Hello, this is the informational part of Mrs. Roy's welcome call. Please watch the entire video, and at the end of the video, you'll be asked to text or email me some information so that we can complete the telephone part of the welcome call. But in this video, you'll find a lot of really useful information about taking online summer school math class. So please make sure you pay attention to all the slides. If you have any questions, you may want to write them down so when we speak on the phone, we can discuss them. And remember, you can always go back and watch this video again or rewind if there's something that you wanted to look back at. So the first piece of information I have here is just a welcome. I'm Mrs. Roy. This is my contact information. I'm available Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It is the summer, so teachers don't work Friday, and we never work Saturday and Sunday, but those are my hours. So if you do need to get in contact with me, that's when you need to call. If you want to text or email me, you can text me or email me outside of those hours, but just expect that I will not get back to you until the next day at 8 a.m. There is an email address. You can email me, call me. I do ask that when you do email me or message me or leave me a voicemail, please make sure you include your name. That saves a lot of replies back saying, who am I speaking with? And I can do whatever it is that you need for me right away. This is what you'll see when you first log into my class. It is a welcome page. It's going to change from time to time, but there are some useful tabs on there that you will find. There is information about how you can schedule calls, information about our collaboration assignments. Make sure that you take a look at those FLVS videos, especially if it's the first time that you are participating in virtual school. It has some great hints and tips and tricks about where everything is and how virtual school works. And then you'll also find my availability, the same stuff you saw on the last page. So that's there. And then up at the top, often I'll put announcements if there's anything interesting or special going on. Those announcements will be at the top of the page. You'll also can find information about deadlines or anything like that will be at the top of the page. There are expectations for virtual school. So you are expected to be checking your messages every day and submitting work every day. We do have minimum pace requirements, so you're welcome to work through the course as quickly as you would like, but you do have to meet the minimum pace requirements. For summer school, it's pretty fast-paced, so you are expected to submit a minimum of 6 assignments every week. It's recommended 7 or 8, but 6 at the minimum. This means you would complete one module at every 2 weeks. So, and that will get you completed with one segment in the summer. So if you're trying to take just half of a class by the end of the summer, then you need to be completing one module every 2 weeks or submitting 6 to 8 assignments per week. And that is the minimum. Now, some students will decide that they want to finish an entire course this summer. And so you're going to put yourself on an accelerated pace and you're going to want to try to complete one module every week. And we can discuss that during your welcome call if you have questions or you're not sure which one you're supposed to be doing. But just make sure that at a minimum you're submitting those 6 assignments per week so that you can complete at least one segment by the end of the summer. All work must be completed and submitted in order. So you should not be jumping around through the courses. Make sure that you also are submitting only your own work. Work that is copied or plagiarized will be flagged by Florida Virtual School, and so just make sure that you're submitting your own work so that you don't run into any problems with that. So being that we are on an accelerated pace for summer school, for those of you who have done virtual school before, you're probably used to a 4-week grace period, but summer school requires a 2-week grace period. So you have 2 weeks during this trial period to complete the first 20% of the course, and that includes the first DBA and the first test. by the end of the first 2 weeks, and you must have a grade of a 60% or above, otherwise you'll automatically be withdrawn from the class. So that is non-negotiable. You must have the first 20% of the course complete within the first 2 weeks. If it's before the first 2 weeks, then that's great. But if we get to 2 weeks and you're only at 15%, you will automatically be withdrawn from the course, and then you'll have to request to re-enroll. And so it's best to just make sure you have that 20% complete. So during the course of virtual school, we will have some required contacts. The welcome call, which we're starting right now, and then we'll talk on the phone for the last part of the welcome call. We'll have what's called discussion-based assignments, and these are phone calls where you'll schedule the phone call with me. I'll ask you some questions about what you've learned, and when we've completed that call, I'll give you the password to take the test. So those discussion-based assessments are required. Now, since we are so fast-paced, I am okay with you scheduling your DBA, and then once it is scheduled, if you would like to start working in the next module, that is fine. But you need to make sure that DBA is scheduled with me before you skip over it. We also will have weekly online DBAs. A lot of students like that because they don't have to make an appointment. It'll just be a certain time of the week. I usually pick the same day, so it might be Thursdays from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and there'll be a link, and you just log into my online classroom, and we'll do the DBA through there, and it's on a first come, first served basis. So if you're the 5th person in the room, then you'll be the 5th person to do a DBA. And then the last required contact is a monthly contact with your parent or guardian. So I do need to make contact with a parent or guardian at least once a month. This can be a phone call, but it can also be a text or email, as long as your grade is passing and you're submitting the required amount of work. But what is required for that is the parents must reply to the text or email. So if I complete monthly contacts with your parent through a text or email, I just need a reply back. All it has to say is, got your text, or thanks, or, any sort of response to know that your parent received the text or email. Additional information that you would find useful: you may resubmit assignments up to 3 times. I will provide feedback for assignments, and you can always go back and into your gradebook and reset the assignment up to 3 times. So if you do receive a low score on something that you're unhappy with, I definitely recommend that you take advantage of that. If you do feel like you need a test reset, please email me or call me, and we'll discuss resetting the test, but you can't do it yourself. You can't reset it yourself, but I'll be happy to reset a test for you. I want you to do the best that you can and feel like you have every opportunity to do that. And then just a note, it's not on the slide, but with tests, if you log into a test and then you do not finish it, it will lock you out. So you'll need to text me or email me or call me and just say, hey, Ms. Roy, can you unlock my test for me? I got locked out. So just keep in mind that could happen. And again, we are on a very fast-paced schedule here over the summer. So please contact me immediately if you need help. Don't wait 3 or 4 days and then call me to get help, because that puts you 3 or 4 assignments behind where you need to be. So make sure you call me right away so you can get any help if you need it. There is a way to register for a parent account. This is a great way to keep track of how your student is doing. Besides just the monthly contacts, you can log in and you can see exactly what they've submitted, how many assignments they've submitted, what their grade is, if something is waiting to be graded. All of that is available right here. You have to just follow this link. You won't be able to click on this link because this is a video, but I am going to send you an email with all of this information in it. So parents, if you want to make a parent account, you can, or you can just go to this the same page that students log in, and there's a place that says for parents, and you can just click on that link. One thing that you will be required to do as well is a collaboration assignment. There are different ways you can complete the collaboration assignment. There are assignments set up within the course which require you to contact another student. And if you are comfortable with that, if you've been doing virtual school for a while and you have a partner that you always work with or have something set up already, then you can feel free to find your own collaboration partner. I'm okay with that. However, I know a lot of students are not comfortable with that or just find it difficult to work with students they don't know and get them to reply. So I do offer, I'll offer some collaborations at MTI during the summer. I will offer some collaborations online during the summer, and you also are allowed to post in the discussion groups, and those are some different ways you can earn your collaboration credit, but you do have to do one collaboration each semester, or sorry, each segment. So if you have any questions about those, please make sure you ask me about them either on the welcome call or when we get there. If you plan to do a discussion group, you can feel free to do your collaboration at the beginning and get it out of the way. That way you don't have to worry about it the rest of the semester. And then I will email, if there's an online or in-school activity coming up, I will email you in advance so you know about it. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is just speak briefly on the phone so I can answer any questions you have. I'm just going to go over a couple things with you just as reminders. And that will be a very brief phone call, but I do need some information. I need you to text me with the code word summer17, and that just lets me know you watched this whole video, and include your name, the best time to contact you, and the best phone number to contact you at, and then I'll text you back with a time between today and tomorrow, so within the next 24 hours we'll get that welcome call taken care of. In the meantime, please feel free to take the pre-test, look at the first lesson, make sure you can find everything. That way, when we're speaking on the phone, if you have any questions about that, I can help you as well. I do appreciate your time watching the video. Again, feel free to go back and watch it again. I will send you an email with this information after we complete the final part of the welcome call on the phone. But if you do have any questions or anything, I want to answer them before you get started. And I thank you, and I look forward to working with you this summer.